Lead code number 38, count and say. Uh, in this problem, we are asked to generate a number and it need to be of the same character. Okay, so we are given a number, right? So 4, let's say, so 4 and 4 need to result out. Okay, so we started 1 and then we know that there is 1 for 2, right? And for 2, so this will be for 1, this will be for 2, okay? For 3, for 3, for 3, what happens is it need to be 2, 1, okay? And for 4, it need to be 2, 1, and then, sorry, 2, 2, right? Because, sorry, 1, 2, and then 1, 1, right? So, saying there's one occurrence of 2, one occurrence of 2, and one occurrence of 1. So here we are saying two occurrence of 1 in this case, and there is one occurrence of 1, right? That's the idea. So if we want to do for 5, this should be, we know that there is one occurrence of 1, which is this, right? One occurrence of 1, and there is one occurrence of 2, right? Over here. And then we know that there's two occurrence of 1, right? So this is what it should be, right? So if you do this and then do pass, let's say, and go to console, test case, do 5, we know the output is 111 221. 111 221. Okay. Uh, so now let's solve this problem. Let's say current equals to 1, right? So for I in a range n, because we already went through it once, right? So 1 is 1, right? So we only want to go up to n minus 1. So next iteration should be empty, let's say, and for element in current, right? If not next, right? If there is nothing in the next, then we have to append what? Uh, next dot append of, let's say, count. First, we are appending count, and then we are appending next dot append of element, okay? If not next, right? And we also have to do the same thing, if not next, or next at -1, right? So the last element didn't match with our current element, then also not equals to element, then also we have to add the count because it is a new element. If it matched, right? If the element and the last element was same, then we just have to increment the count of the previous number. So next at -2 plus equals to 1, right? So basically what we are doing is like, okay, so for 1, that's fine. So we are also doing for 3. For 3, let's say, for 3 we saw 1, so we are appending 1, comma 1. And then we saw 1 again, which it matched with this. So we are going here and then updating this, okay? Uh, so for 6, what we were doing was, we saw 1, okay, so 1 and 1 is appended, right? And this array. And then we saw 1 again. So what we are doing, going and updating this. And we saw 1 again. So we are appending 3, okay? Changing it to 3, number 2 plus equals to 1, right? And then we saw 2. So in this 2 case, this value didn't match, right? So next last element of the next didn't match. So what are we doing? We're adding 1 and we're adding the element itself. So 2, 2. So we saw this 2 and then 2 and 2 matched in this case, right? So we have element next is there and then the element also matched. So we are going and then updating this, okay? And then we saw 1 again and it didn't match with this value. So we are appending 1 and we are appending 1, okay? That's the idea. So if it's 6, then it will be this value. Uh, After that, what we want to do is We completed the array build. Now we have to return this as a string, right? So for returning this as a string, what we can do is return dot join of current. Also, after each iteration, what we have to do is modify our current equals to next, right? So the for next iteration, I want to use this the newly created one, right? For the next iteration 3, I want to use the 2. For 4, I want to use 3. That's why I'm updating current to next. And what we have to do is join of map of str comma. So in this one, what I'm doing is like joining this array and using map saying that hey, convert each and every number to a string and then join. Okay, that's the idea, converting the number, because all of this contains our number at this point. So I'm using join and converting each and every element to a string to convert it. So let that passed. Okay.